illness include respiratory and urinary tract infections and injection site reactions. I'm in fairly balanced. I'm hitting the road, my number one. That's how we live better. Good life. Ask your neurologist about Lidbar True for self-injection.
I avoided the mirror. I felt mostly ever felt home. I was thinking it was wrong.
I go into a lot of states somehow, and I thought, but it actually worked.
More than 700,000 patients have regained their confidence with Lucy's prescription treatments.
And certified. And it's certified, we make it easy to touch a conscience. How? Just to make sure I'm keeping business because it's so and absolutely certified. See what 50% of the car insurance.
The whole body only goes outside the beach rolls. So mom uses Chewy to get us sleep 2 minutes at a great price, delivery fast, right to their door. For quality minutes, for life with pets, there's Chewy. My windows would not budge, but I was alone with my front windows, right? And pricing. Now opening my windows. Slam dunk. No wonder their reviews are awesome.
Hey, good morning, Brenda. How are you doing? How's Angel? Good. Oh,
This one's just for you.
You'll love it. Bedroom summer every week to support memory and all for all. And you can pay that for it.
hey, good morning, Brenda. How are you doing? How's Angel? Good. Oh,
Understand now, yeah, about this. I'm all about that.
When you can't watch movies,
oh yeah, I got to do the link. Hang on a minute.
Time for the Indianapolis 500 in Howard starts Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern on Fox.
it's where things Fox activation. That Fox activation centers often pays everything from a ride on the racing lane to put you on the Kirby couch. They had the Kirby couch. And for one Kirby couch.
There we go. Sorry about that.
Wait a minute. I thought
Hey, Dusty.
here with me, and I'm up here to bring them back to New York, and they'll be full time with us there. But we're here at the hospitality tent at Indianapolis 500, which of course is on Sunday. People are already starting to gather all over the country. We've got Sunny, the mascot here, predicting maybe a few showers, but nice weather for sure. We've also got over here indeed.
What's up, Paul?
Hey, how you doing, Justin?
What's up, Brenda, Jim, Dusty?
Jelly Belly, it's both Fox News Brandon and Fox and Friends, has regular Skittles and wild berry Skittles.
Nice.
So you just select which ones you want.
Yeah. What?
How's the weather down there in Florida?
It's warm right now. Sunny.
It's 44 degrees here. I'm still wearing winter coats when I go out.
The candy monster. So good. All right, so then you come over here and you can come get your picture taken at the booth here in the winter circle. You've got but
Oh yeah, it's been hot down here last week.
It's like me, but that's the picture you get. But best of all,
What's that, Justin?
when you, all
I said it's been hot down here all week in the low to mid 90s.
your best friend,
Well, it's been raining on and off all week long here.
you see the thing,
That storm clouds seem to be hanging over the Midwest and the Northeast.
Still waiting to see what's going to happen today with our Winter Haven kids. 'Cause no, they still haven't told us anything. So
Your Winter Haven meetup?
no, the kids,
Oh, the kids.
because they're supposed to be getting out of school in a half hour. So if they're not on the bus, which I'm pretty sure they're not going to be, that should cut our route down by like 60-70%. So might be home pretty early tonight.
Oh, so you're at the bus now?
No, I just got home from my
Oh,
morning
okay.
run.
So you did your morning run, right?
Yeah, but we don't have the Winter Haven kids in the morning. We only get them in the afternoon. But if they're not there, which we're pretty almost 100% positive they're not going to be there today, that's literally going to cut like 70% of our bus route.
Oh, wow.
So we'll probably make it home pretty damn early today.
Sounds to me like they're not all that good at communicating with you.
On this particular thing, no. We've been trying to figure it out since last week, and nobody still hasn't told us anything. Just fine. I mean, we're both home, so we can't go take them. So somebody else is gonna have to pick them up at 9:30.
And data's off. So Jackie has to right today.
Morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Hannah, American Space Group. Homegrown terror is the headline in today's New York Post. Authorities identifying suspected gunman as a 31-year-old from Chicago. They say he
Giggles, what's going on?
Even as one was trying to fall away.
What's up, TJ?
Charges including 2 counts of first degree murder. Let's get to
Yeah,
this.
then some of our students are already done for the year. They've been gone, so they graduated like a week ago, so they're already gone.
Oh, okay. So it keeps whittling down the number of people you have on the buses, right?
Yep. Oh, the last 3 days, I guarantee there's not going to be anybody there. Next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. The only ones that will probably be there will probably be the elementary kids because they always do end of the year parties last week. So a lot of elementary kids like to go, but I guarantee a lot of middle and high school kids are going to be disappeared.
Firearm charges. First present this shooting as calculated. Authorities say Ortega's from
Because technically, Winter Haven's grading period, a lot of the high school's grading periods ended 2 days ago. So the kids don't technically have to go to school after that.
So this is just end of the year wrap up. Is that what's going on?
Yeah. I'm off from work today. Just putting dishes away. They're gonna make a bagel, then I'll pop off. DJ said.
We're continuing to investigate and contact the subject's associates.
Yeah, my 2 oldest are out now for the year. Aubrey's the only one that's going still.
Now, what do the kids do for the summer? Just hang with their friends, or do they go someplace? Or
They usually go to camp every year. I don't know if they're gonna go this year or not. I don't know if the 2 oldest want to go this year. And then we usually go to the beach 2 or 3 times throughout the summer. So I don't do a whole lot, but Sarah still has to work, and
yes, I was going to say Sarah's still working, right?
yeah, she's still got to work. So
The anti-defamation league is saying in 2024 there were 9,300 anti-Semitic incidents across the U.S. That's a jump 5% from 2023. 344%.
I gotta finish a couple things for
10 years.
Uber to see if I'm gonna do that or not.
Here comes Joe.
Well, this year, it's a trend that's been going on since the better part of a decade, but since October 7th, you've seen the enormous spike. And when you look at the profile that's sort of the alleged killer, you see him
Why isn't he coming in? Oh,
protesting.
little
basically
delay there.
Free Palestine as the cause select of the day, but you could be talking
Little
about
delay on
got
the
20
waiting room.
questions going.
climate change.
What's that?
The Paul's asking Justin 20 questions. Got 20 questions going.
Slogan that we've been talking about.
Well, the thing, the thing that I couldn't figure out is, and I don't know because I never rode a bus when I was in school or anything, but he's saying that one school district that they bus them is done.
No, not district, just the high schools in the district.
The high
Most
schools
of
in
them.
that district are done. They're not being bused, right?
No, I mean, the kids can technically still go to school, but most of them, like especially a lot of the seniors, have already graduated. So they don't need to be at school anymore. They're done. And then since the grading period ended on Wednesday, technically none of the students have to go if they don't want to. It's just voluntary. Which most of the kids won't go because of the simple fact they can stay home, but there are some parents that still make their kids go, so.
At this moment, is the Democratic Party's failing to check the utilities of Jesus' conviction. It's the most urgent crisis we see.
Oh yeah, usually right before holidays, like the day or two before a holiday and all that, you usually start seeing a lot of kids go missing. Like the day before spring break started, fuck, we had probably 70% of our buses missing. We ended up
Wow.
back at the shop an hour earlier than normal because of it. Like an hour,
That's a
hour and
good
a half.
thing.
Yeah, we got back at like, what was it, 2:45, and normally we don't get back till like 5:40 or 5:30. So yeah, we got back real early that day.
Putting the Mavic 3 up in the air in about an hour.
About an hour, you said?
Yeah, Johnny's gonna meet me.
You're gonna go test it out.
I don't think I'm have an issue with it.
I don't think that's your drone anyway. So you should be fine.
I mean, there was a huge.
I doubt that's even your drone.
That you should vote for that.
What do you mean?
Like I like as far as that's not the one that you originally sent out to him.
Yeah, it's a new one.
Same way with Lance.
I
he's not-
don't even think it's a refurbished.
Like, well, like I said, the way you can tell is just look in the serial number because they have to switch on and put an R in the serial number.
Yeah, it doesn't have an R in it.
Then it's not refurbished.
Morning, Jim.
But I guarantee Lance is going to get it one just like yours, where it will just be a replacement. He's not going to get that one that he sent in back.
Neo? They probably
So
have
you're-
plenty of Neo replacements.
Your insurance company still thinking about it, Joe? Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, he talked to me and he said technically, he said, I'm all with you doing it. He said, based on the fact that you don't have the drone you insured. It's just like if you lost it in the lake. It was damaged. You can show us the damage and you don't have it. He said, I understand, I would do it. Let me pass it on and check again. Let me make sure. He
Okay,
says, I don't want it to bite you, I don't want to do it, and then they come back and bite you in the ass. He said, because he said, 'cause if they got really technical about it, they could charge you with insurance fraud, you know? And I said, I'm not trying to fraud anybody, I'm telling you what I did, you know? That drone, it makes sense to me. That drone was the drone insured. Doesn't matter if I have an automobile and it's insured and I get in an accident and they pay me all the money for it, and the company says, or the guy, it crashed into him, he says, look, I'm gonna just give you a car. I don't see why that should take the insurance company out of the equation, you know?
Well, technically it wouldn't.
Yeah, same thing. They're sending me a free replacement drone, but that shouldn't take the insurance company out of the equation. Now, like Captain Ray said this morning, they may get pissed off and drop you, you know? So it's, I
Yeah,
don't
and I
know.
think-
I'm gonna let him decide.
And I think they're the only insurance company that's covering drones too.
Yeah,
I haven't heard any other ones say that they're covering them.
yep. They got footage in the French Quarter of 3 of the inmates that escaped last night walking through the French Quarter on, and catching them on different cameras, but they're not catching them. So they're still hanging around New Orleans. Thank you.
There's still 3 of them on the loose.
I think there's 5.
Usually escaped prisoners, it don't take them that long to round them up.
Yeah. Well, they're doing, I put it this way. Let me tell you what else they did. Remember, this was it's a maximum, let's say a minimum maximum security jail in the middle of New Orleans, the parish prison. Now, they housed inmates there. They're supposed to be a certain level, they're supposed to leave. Now, these are people that have been convicted of murder. They haven't transferred. And what they're doing is keeping them there to keep the federal money coming in. That's what they're doing. They try to keep the money on each, they get so much a day. So they're keeping these inmates that shouldn't be here, you know, here. So when this all happened, the state police came in and the state police took over the investigation. State police went crazy. They went into the jail the other day. 93 inmates were taken out of that jail, transferred to Angola. They got the high-end ones out of there. I said, oh, bullshit.
well, I
They
see
ain't saying it.
they've also found several girlfriends were supporting them on the outside.
Well, they haven't said anything about that here.
I
Well,
was on the news this morning.
Well, they said that it's probably family members, but they never specified who it was.
No, they specifically said girlfriends.
that doesn't
Well,
surprise me. It's
I
always
don't- I think that's just somebody speculating because they would have been, if they would have been on the news that they've arrested people because they would have arrested them already.
Okay, I'm gonna share what the ship I did this morning, Joe, and you'll see about halfway through I had a camera issue, and a control issue.
Okay.
I'll advance it.
Who was that came in?
Lance,
I'm not on my computer. so I
his
can't
blank
see.
screen's here.
Oh, that was enthusiastic, Justin. Thank you.
Well, I wasn't on my computer. I didn't know who came in.
Yeah, but after you heard my name, it was like, oh shit.
Okay, here we're coming up on it, Joe.
Okay, so why are you surprised?
Oh, wait a minute. I'm showing you the wrong one. Stop share.
Because if it's that place, that's where you have the camera issues every time, the same place.
Let me pull up pictures because I was pulling up video. I don't want videos. I want pictures.
It's not going to show us the camera problem.
You see the work we're doing, and, you wanted to help us raise money because how much you go around. Now, I'm gonna be part of the day, so I'm gonna be in Miami.
Hey, Frank, Jody,
She-
whoever you are today. Sunstar, Brenda, Jim, DJ. What's up, Lance? How you been?
It's like we're
Okay,
flying, Joe.
here we go. I should be, this should be the full length, because when I posted that video, I cut a bunch out.
What is gonna be-
That was the same one, same ship.
You know, where they have to, these men, after they do that,
It's the same ship. Now I'm over on the shore over there.
Right. I know where you at. You show us every time.
See, it won't continue to go forward. And so I back off and then side slide it. Then when it gets around to the front of the ship,
Oh, yeah, camera.
Look like a bird hit it.
You
Go
check
back to
your-
where you said it didn't go forward.
right there.
Further back. Further back. Further back.
Here's I'm coming up the side of the ship, and then it stops. I'm not stopping.
Okay,
I got
wait.
full
Go back a little further. Right,
full,
right there.
full stick backwards.
Leave it alone. You're doing a turn. I saw a glitch. Then it stopped.
For those 50 and up, get to the 109.
Yeah, probably disconnected.
But he's backing up right now, so he's still got control of it.
Just won't go to the side.
You sure your finger didn't slip?
See that?
I saw that. Does it look like a bird clipped it?
Check your props. Let me see if there's any dings in them.
No dings, no nothing.
Make sure they're snapped on good too. And actually, before you fly it again, spin them with your finger. Make sure there's no grit in there, because it could have been something in there that just jammed one of them for a split second. That's almost what it looks like one of the props, had a little piece of dirt in it or something.
Paul, do you have canned air?
Yeah.
Blow it out.
Maybe spray each of your engines.
'Cause that's what it really looked like. Looked like one of the motors stopped for a split second. It was jammed and got out of it. Or a bird clipped it and you don't know it.
I gotta jump off. I gotta make some phone calls.
Okay, Justin, you coming back or no?
I don't know, depending on how long it takes me.
Okay.
All right, I'll see y'all later.
So the rest of it's all good, you know.
I mean, you haven't been having problems with it. That's what I'm saying. It's probably it could, like I said, do you land on a landing pad or you land on a cement or what?
I land on the blacktop right by next to my truck.
Well, it might have picked up a piece of dirt and got stuck up in there.
Well, here's the other interesting thing that is because it was so sunny out, and I have a hard time
Goose
seeing the
Fraba.
street.
Hey, Lance, Goose Fraba. It really looked the way it jerked like that. It looked like either it was clipped, his finger slipped, or this piece of dirt jammed up in it.
I mounted this on the controller. It's made for it, but it
And what does that do? The cover?
You know, so you can tilt it so it gets the sun out of your eyes.
What's that have to do with it?
Well, if you think about it, right here is where the transmitter is for the controller.
Has nothing to do with it.
That's the only difference it was this morning. I had this on there and I took it off
You took it off. You took it off before
when I
or
came,
after?
when I got home.
Have you had it on before?
No,
So you haven't been using it.
no, because it's kind of cumbersome, you know. I'm used to just gripping this.
So if you haven't been using it, don't use it. That might have been it.
I mean, that's the only difference that I had today was I had that mounted on here.
What about the other times when you fly down the river under the bridge? And have you had that on there?
No, I haven't used this since I got it last year.
Okay, I wouldn't use it. And secondly, I would get the air, compressed air, blow out the engine.
Because
Each
what it
one?
does is these screws come out of here, and that's what mounts it to this.
Oh, I know, but I know. I got one and I use it all the time.
Oh, you do use it? Okay.
Yeah, I keep it on it all the time. And you get used to it.
Well, you're in much sunnier weather than I am. Anyway,
But
I
blow
was
out the
able
engines,
to
blow out the
edit
motors anyway. Check your
I was
props.
able to edit most of that out and posted it, and it's on live now on YouTube.
Did you hear what I said?
What's that?
Blow out your props. Make sure that one of them didn't have a piece of dirt in there, because the way it jerked, it's almost like if you take this fidget, and it's got a piece of dirt in there, you're gonna feel it, and all of a sudden it's gonna stop. It's gonna slow it down. It could have had a piece of dirt get into that engine, and as it was turning, just that 1 second, just kind of like that. Because it was spinning like this, and it could have been something in there where it had to go and get through
Yeah.
it. And that one prop would have made it do that. But if that thing ever jam, if that all you got a motor going bad, that would be a bad thing.
Well, it's got hundreds and hundreds of hours on it.
Well, it's brushless motor, so it shouldn't go bad. But it could get dirt in it, and if you get a little speck of dirt in it, it could be.
Here comes Dre.
He's coming in here to slap you. No. But that thing on the front should not make a difference.
How you doing, Dre?
Not too bad.
That doesn't sound like you're excited about anything.
I'm just fiddling around with some new stuff. I picked up this Insta360 X4 camera, and I'm just seeing if it'll work. It's working on my phone, no problem, but I know if I was going to be able to stream on my phone and on Zoom at the same time.
Ah,
So I'm just checking.
You're not showing up on us.
No, I know. I'm seeing it here. It's not showing up. Maybe if I release the phone. We'll see what happens.
Is going to take this up immediately, and I'm not expecting that there's going to be that much change. And I
But we always go back to this view.
we do have to get our
there you go.
That's my regular camera.
Well, your regular camera's working fine.
Yep. There it is.
Now, is that one of those smart cameras that follows you?
Oh yeah, this is one of the Osbots. If I set it for that, it will follow me.
Oh, yeah.
It does a slow pan here and there. Yep. So I was hoping Donald was going to be on today, but evidently he's not.
You want him on? Donald. Won't take long.
Won't take long? Okay.
Brenda from Florida says hello to Dre and hello to Lance.
Good morning, Brenda. How come we never get Brenda on here?
Good morning, Brenda.
And Jim's in here too. Jim's south of me.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't come on live either. Oh, he comes into the chat, but he doesn't come on the panel.
Mm.
Man, I got Loki will not leave me alone this morning. Keeps coming to me.
Loki loves you.
Give him
No,
his
he knows
treats.
I'm going to fly. He knows I'm leaving. He's looking at me like, don't go
Why don't you
anywhere.
take Loki with you when you go fly?
Oh, hell no. I'm not taking any of them with me because they won't listen to it. They'll listen to me out there, but I don't want to have to worry about them while I'm flying a drone.
And where's Justin this morning? I saw him in the chat.
Yeah, he came in and he left. I think he had something to do or whatever.
Oh, okay.
He was calling to find out, like he said earlier. He said he had to call and find out if they were going back to pick up kids today.
Yeah, the school district that he works, Dre, they pick up from different school districts on the same bus. And so some of them don't have to go back because they've already had their marking period over. And some of them
graduated.
Have different, graduated and all kinds of stuff, you know?
Oh, okay.
So he says if all those students don't show up, 70% of the people that he hauls on his bus won't be there.
Okay, it's like an easy day.
Yeah.
He said that was already this morning. 70% weren't there.
Mm-hmm.
Dre, what's the me mode on the X4? Do you know?
The what mode? Me as an ME?
Yes.
I haven't seen that yet. That's why I was hoping Don was going to be here. I'm right now. I just hooked up the webcam mode, but I mean, I saw it come on when I turned on Zoom for myself. I saw my picture on it, but like I say, I never know how it's going to actually stream with somebody else. So that's what I was checking out, but it didn't want to change over, which I can see if it wants to do it now.
Maybe we did it wrong. Instead of saying Donald 3 times, maybe we ought to say Donald don't know anything about this. He Googles it all the time. He fakes it. He's got AI working in the background listening, and every time somebody comes up with a topic, he Googles it for him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just switched it over again to see if it will pick up or not. We'll see. And it could be the computer. I mean, this computer I'm using here in the city is not the brightest bulb. It's about almost 10 years old technology. I'm still running on these small Lenovo, little almost palm-sized CPU systems. So when I do video work here at the office, I got to clear out everything out of my download folder and everything else just to make sure I'll have room to render. Or it will lock up. Evidently, it's not, doesn't want to stream. It's definitely got a frozen picture. I'm going to go back to the other camera.
Do you want me to read what the me mode is?
Yeah, tell me what that says, Lance.
The Insta360 me mode transforms the 360 camera into a single lens action camera with an invisible selfie stick effect. It automatically keeps the user in the center of the frame, creating a first-person perspective video with 4K 30 frames a second or 2.7 at 120 slow motion. This mode eliminates the need for reframing after recording. So it basically locks into that subject, it sounds like.
Right. Now, I guess that's You can do that. I guess this is the first time I got it last night, charged the battery, did the firmware update, all that kind of happy horse stuff. And haven't used it. This is the first time I'll record some footage. So I know I downloaded the PC app program to edit, and you got to get it on your phone too. So
what'd you pay for
I'm
it?
at. Yeah, that's what I pay for it.
Yeah.
It was just under $300. It was used. Got it off eBay, and has a small little hairline crack at the lower left corner of the screen, but does not affect any of the operation. So I
Looks
said,
like new. It's 424
yeah. So I
or
said,
380.
can't complain.
Oh, there's different prices. It's as low as 340 at Alley.
Usually, ones I've seen that have been DOA are still selling for over $200.
Mm-hmm.
Selling for parts and stuff. So I jumped on this one and got it. So like I said, another little learning curve. Oh, Donald doesn't use it. I need Ron or Matt. I'll rely on Ron. Matt's full of garbage. I thought Ron had bought another one. I thought he bought what was another brand that was out there. I thought Ron had bought. But now you brought it up, Justin. I remember he did say he had an Insta. I didn't know which one he had. I just want to see the difference in the video quality, as I was not very pleased with that Fusion. It was just too much of a difference. So I want to see what this one does and see if it has a better compatibility with the drone footage.
We're gonna get Paul a new chair without arms, so that when he falls asleep, he won't be leaning on anything. We can watch him roll. Might as well make it interesting.
Well, the sad part about it is, Dre, I'm at an aging stage in life. I get up every 2 hours to go to the bathroom.
Let me see on the bingo card, old man card. Okay, I got that X now. Keep going, Paul.
The
Paul,
Neo.
the sad thing is, I thought your video froze because mine had froze. So I thought we both were sleeping.
The Neo arrived in Fort. Where is it? Dallas. What? Fort
Dallas.
Fort Worth. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's out.
Dallas, Fort Worth.
It's
Fort Worth
for
got some
delivery.
good restaurants. Well, some Cattleman's restaurant. Joe
Out
T.
for delivery
Garcia,
to
good
DJI.
restaurant.
I should hear something today, maybe not till Monday or Tuesday, because they're probably closed Monday.
If you ever get to Dallas, Fort Worth area, go to Joe T. Garcia's. They're still there. I went there back in had to be in the 80s. And that restaurant is still there. They've just refurbished it and expanded it. But you go in there and there's eat for one, eat for two menu, eat for three, whatever it is. And you go in, they order it. And what they do is they come out, the mariachi guys walking around playing the guitar, come out, lay everything in front of you. Just in plates. If it's three people, there's enough for three people on it. You just take it off the plates. This was back in the 80s. I was so full I couldn't walk out of there. I had 3 Tecate beers, and I think my bill was $8. It's not $8 today, but I bet you the food's just as good.
Well, that was back in 1960, wasn't it?
That back in the 80s. But like I said, for that price, we had about 14 people in there. And like I said, I had 2 beers too.
DJ, huh?
Morning, morning, morning.
Okay, TJ's here. I could go.
TJ. Hey, you like his new haircut, Dre? I think we talked about it before.
Yeah, I saw it a little bit yesterday. All I saw was forehead and ears.
Yeah.
Turn sideways a minute. Right here by your ear. Right here by your ear. Somebody got a gash.
Joe, look, I'm matching with you this morning.
You probably institute shirt, huh? Hey, good
brand
morning,
new.
Frank.
Brand new.
Mark.
Hey, what's up, Mark?
TJ, do you have your 107?
No,
He keeps, he's been talking about it for a
I-
year.
Yeah, I've been talking about it, and I just have a hard time retaining information. I need a study partner, man. I need somebody.
No,
Jim
what
said-
you need, TJ, is somebody to follow you around and tell you what the hell to do.
I know, that's what
Can't do that in
exactly
the
what I
test.
need. That's exactly what I need. Jim said that he would help. Like I could call him up anytime, and he could help me study and stuff. So I just gotta get that.
That's a recipe for frustration to help you study.
Yeah.
I was just thinking you should have studied with what's his name, that Matty.
Yeah.
Well, you
Yeah,
notice
well,
Maddie didn't offer to tutor him either.
Well, we did it one time, but we just didn't have enough time, is what it was. And you know, he's going through some shit right now, which I can understand, and we all go through stuff. But I don't know. I guess he's in more like deeper shit than like any of us. I think I don't know, with the situation he's got going on and everything. So I don't know. I texted him and he said he was sorry for not reaching out. You know, just kind of feeling down and out and stuff with this whole situation. So
Okay, well, hope things work out for him.
yeah.
Lack of physical activity and chronic stress.
I know he hasn't been around in quite a while.
Yeah.
Prescriptions and vaccines, Dr.
So Joe, you buy that
my son-
shirt, they sent it to you.
I bought this
Yeah.
one. I got the other one for free. The original one, I got the dark color, like TJ's. I got for free. I bought this one because the other one's getting faded.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got that one, and I got this one, and I got a purple one too.
Yeah, I think when I talked to Greg, I want the collared polo shirt, golf shirt, you know. He said
Yeah.
at the time I talked, he said those are only for the employees.
Yeah, I'm about to say you're not gonna get one.
Yeah, I can say that for the employees. I'm about to make a special trip to Prescott, you know, as they call it, and strong arm somebody for a shirt.
Yeah, I'd love to have a polo one.
Yeah.
Now I can tell you where to get a polo one.
Oh, I know where to get it. I said it's about a 3.5, 4 hour drive.
I get Johnny. I could make a picture of the emblem and get Johnny to make one.
Oh yeah. And I think the polo ones have it embroidered on there.
Isn't it Josh's company that does them?
Yeah, Johnny does it too. Johnny does it in his garage. He makes a lot of shirts for me.
Captain Joe, I think Dre wants one that's going to last.
No, they last. I was looking at that the other day. The ones I bought off of my site that are about a year old, they're starting to peel a little bit. The ones Johnny made that are older than that are still intact.
Yeah. That's why I never was a big fan of the whatever company that YouTube uses, or what is Spring, somebody that makes the shirts if you want to sell merchandise.
Well, my polos that I made for mine at the very beginning are embroidered through Queensboro.
Right. Yeah. That's
So
why
I'm
that's why I do my hats. I have my hats embroidered because I want something of nice quality that's gonna last. So I pass them out or send them to whoever. They feel they're getting a good product.
Yeah, I'm thinking about sending my the new logo I have in there, the one right there next to me on the shoulder, the little one with the eagle, and see if they could do that. If they can do that on a shirt, I get a couple of polos.
Now all coming out.
Yeah.
But Johnny's done the vinyl on some. You might have seen it, the red, white, and blue ones I bought. And those, I mean, I've got 3 like the Hawaiian shirt. And I took one in the other day and everything, and it fits me perfect now. But I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna take, because I like it, but I don't like it as much as I like the first one I bought. And I could get the first one right now for about $8 a shirt. So I'm thinking about buying 2 more like that and just having them put, because he's still got the stickers, the vinyls, to put them on those. 'Cause I like that shirt better. So that will give me 3 of those shirts, and then I'll have 1 of the Hawaiian shirts if I want to wear that. And then the other 2 that I have sitting over here, I may donate to South Florida next year.
Yeah. I'm looking at somebody who can do embossing, basically make that imprint on a heavy
It didn't take long.
Here
Double
comes
Don.
Don.
Yeah.
Don in the house.
On a heavy material, like a heavy sweatshirt
Oh,
type
yeah.
thing, but I want it embossed on there.
Yeah, I know the one that was stick out.
Yeah, emboss either stick out or it makes a deep impression in the
Right.
material.
Dre, you wished you in here, Don.
Yeah,
You did?
I sure did.
That warms my little cockles.
Well, I don't know.
I'm so glad you wished me in here.
We don't want to see your cockles.
Yeah. There you go, Don.
Ooh, I'm going. I was planning on going and buying
Yeah.
the X5 today. That's a 4, right?
Yeah, this is the 4.
Yeah, has a smooth back on it.
Mhm.
Have you gotten a chance to use it much?
No, just got it last night. So I did the charge the battery, did the firmware update, 'cause there's always going to be updates, and make sure. That's
Mhm.
why I got it here today. I didn't know how much knowledge you have, but someone said you don't know squat. I need to talk to Ron or Matt.
Justin
Sure.
said it. Justin
agree.
said it.
Justin said it.
Yeah.
I agree. I don't know squat about nothing.
So yeah, then Lance was talking about this one setting that keeps you focused in the center at all
Yeah.
times. I guess the me.
It's
setting.
it's the auto track where you don't have to keyframe that after the fact. You can, that's
Right.
what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in the menu yet, but like I said, I haven't videoed anything either. So today would be the day I'm gonna take it out and do a little walk around the corporate yard, I guess, and see how it works out and go from there.
Cool.
But if
Yeah.
I like the screen. It's not. I mean, if the quality is anything like the screen it shows, I'm gonna be happy. I mean, like I said, the Fusion was okay, but I was very disappointed in the quality.
The Fusion was brilliant for its time, but
Yeah.
that was its time.
Yeah, yeah. I can say, you want everything you use, you want to be able to match it with any other camera. Like I say, I use my phone sometimes. I use a drone at times. I want everything to be at least somewhat close. Like I say, most of my stuff all goes on social media, so I'm not looking for something to be on a 4K TV. But we all know the compression and stuff that YouTube and Facebook uses. If you get it close enough, it's going to look nice on social media, and that's all I'm looking for. Because it's the effect is the big thing, is that be able to rotate around, keyframe it, everything with one shot, one camera.
Using one camera.
That's what I'm kind of interested in seeing.
Mhm.
And like I said, I did a low level flyover the other day. I went to Best Buy and walked back and looked and then walked out.
Mhm.
Have you owned a 360, Don?
Yeah, I've got a Fusion.
Okay, and yeah, Fusion is what company?
GoPro.
GoPro. Okay.
Hey guys, I'm checking out. Going fly.
Okay.
I'll see y'all later.
Gonna go
today.
fly his
And
new one.
And look how big that clunky
tell
thing
Johnny
is.
hello.
Dre, did you see his new drone?
Oh yeah, I saw him showing it off.
Yeah,
he was.
Got him a brand new spanking Mavic
he's-
3.
Even smell new. How you like that? Smell
He's,
like a
he's
new
been.
dog.
I hope so.
He's been stroking it for the last 2 days.
And all you have to do
No,
is
Not
my
talking about his
precious.
personal habits.
all you have to do to get one is fly it into your arm.
Oh Lord help me! I gotta go by.
Was it in plastic wrap when you got it?
Just fly it in your arm, into your arm, and send pictures to DJI and play dumb old man, and they'll take sympathy on you and they'll give you a replacement.
Man.
Okay,
funny.
report video, whatever the case is. There we go. That rotate around? Nope. So I'm trying to mess with now. I guess I got it in flat view because the only way I can change position is hitting a little circle thing here on the screen. It's not rotating around. So I gotta figure out what I did. Okay, yeah, I got it on some kind of ultra something.
Now
Action.
you're doing all your controls from the camera itself.
Yeah, I got the
Now,
phone here too in
I
front of
say,
me.
how does the app do as far as controlling the camera?
Oh,
Does it look like it's
that's
gonna
why
be?
I'm here today, Don.
You're still. I know you're still playing with it, but I thought maybe you'd
Yeah.
already tried.
Yeah, well, I can say this is the first time I've had the phone and the device on the same time.
Because I know for GoPro, those menus sometimes get where it's just like, it's easier to break out my phone and go.
Yeah, well, they designed that way, but the problem is, depending on how your phone is, like say my phone, unless you're actively doing something on the phone, mine is set up that the screen will go blank after about a minute or two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's just because of phones or whatever. Now I'm trying to see here, photos, whatever, enable screen. Okay.
Here's what I would like. I think they should have a sync start app. Like my Sony, I have an app on my phone that I can control my Sony A7.
Mm-hmm.
And so it can talk with Bluetooth. My GoPro I can control with my phone. And
Okay.
the Fusion you can control for your phone. Wouldn't it be nice to have a single app where you have all your cameras set up and you have a single app where you hit record and they all start at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be pretty cool, though.
There's an app idea for somebody that can make $1 million.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. That'd be pretty dope to have an app that just controls everything.
Uh-huh. Link up multiple cameras and then just go hit
They
record.
have it with those lights that you have in your ceiling where it's like where you can control your lights with your phone and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool though. And then like I have a thing where I can open and close my garage door with my phone.
Yeah, I got that too. It kind of paying a buck because it lets me know every time the garage door opens and closes.
What app is that and what is your code?
Yes.
Well, the name of the app is MyQ, but I
Now,
can't
does it work off of like your Bluetooth or does it work over the internet? Could I open your garage door from here?
I think it works through my internet, or I think it's just through like I don't know what it's through. I think it's just through the garage, I think.
Okay, TJ, you talking enough. You're about to let out too much information.
TMI.
That's right. Don is just sucking it all up. When you see folks start taking notes, you know you're talking too much.
Yeah, I know. They either write it down or take mental notes.
I know.
The biggest question, has he got anything worth any money in the garage?
You said what?
I said, have you got anything that's worth anything in the garage?
Probably not. Oh goodness.
Okay.
Here comes David.
David is in the house.
There we go, Don. I've at least found my way back to where I can see myself. I've been going through menus and different. I'm like, oh no, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it.
And that is another key to it. If it's gonna be so complicated that you don't want to use it, you're not gonna use it.
Right. Yeah, but it's always about, your own patient level. You know, you got to have patience, go through the steps. It's always going to be a learning curve. So don't get overly impatient.
Right.
And just, you know, go, like I said, it's always that one. You finally get to a certain point, say, oh, okay, now I get it, you know.
I used to have a note at the old studio when I did production. It was always work small.
Mm-hmm.
Work small. And instead of chewing off too much at once, you just work small. And so if you get a new camera, if you get a new editing system, don't try and learn all of it. Work small. Get those little tiny things. It work the smallest possible.
Take the little chunks, the little bites, and then you'll get to that one point where you say, okay, I can all put it all together.
Yeah.
This is, like I say, there.
That's cool.
Yep.
And that's on the phone.
Yep.
That's neat.
Now, are you live? I wonder, can you live stream in 360?
Well, that's what I was doing. I was trying to come on here, and if I start the Zoom myself, it'll show my picture. I came in to pause, and it won't do it.
It does. It gives us a blank screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say Zoom doesn't know.
Because that just hit me. That is a idea.
I put like this, Don. I couldn't get it to work. That's one of those people. Don't be impatient.
Well, now I'm sitting here thinking, at least with the camera tracking you in auto framing, and you could set up a live stream. Say if I was out in the garage, I could set up a live stream and just have it frame me, and I could just set it in the middle of hang it from the middle of the ceiling, walk all the way around the garage, and just have it keep me in frame. That'd be kind of a cool thing.
Yeah.
Normally, Dre, you're pretty good at getting things to work.
Well, I will, TJ. Believe me, I'll figure it out. It just might take me another, couple more minutes to dedicate.
TJ, here's the problem. You're getting me excited, and I don't like buying things when I'm excited to buy something.
Yeah.
And I'm getting kind of antsy, like, oh yeah, I could, and it makes me nervous to make a purchase in that state.
Right.
Yeah. I just answer TJ's mark. See, TJ, once I see something work in one way, it makes me more focused to get to work the other way, because I know Zoom will use it. Because when I started on my own, just to bring up my camera in Zoom by yourself, it showed my picture. Okay. Now, when I jump into a actual Zoom call, that's why I say, okay, there's something I'm missing. Either I got to put in single frame mode or something for it to work, because I put it in webcam mode, which means it may go to single frame. So technically it should work. I just got to figure out the setting. And it gives you a wider view, because I had it, sitting further back and everything. I can connect it and see what we got going on here.
Zoom will let you do 360 on your own, but not in a group thing, because everybody would have to have the same camera settings. It would screw up your computer.
Thank you, David.
That makes sense.
That even it probably won't let me do 360. It would let me do single frame, which is still that wide frame.
Yeah.
Look.
Also, just because you want it and the camera you've got can do it, doesn't mean the software will let you. That's the other thing. You have to know the limitations of your software you're going to use.
Like, can you hear me still?
Yeah.
Because I just plugged it up and it switched the microphone over to the 360.
I was going to say that your audio changed dramatically, but
that's why I wanted to see. Now I'm going to try to bring the camera in and see what happens.
No.
It's going to take a minute or two.
Yeah.
You look like a bird.
Thank you. Plus, I got my phone here, and it may be that I might have to turn the phone off for it to, I don't know. This thing, actually, you got so many things being done at the same time. But it doesn't look like it wants to do it. So let me go into the settings here. 360 original ratio. Okay, take that off.
What camera are you using, Dre?
This is the Insta360 X4 I have connected now. And I'm trying to see, will it connect on, the Zoom call? I can know if I put in Zoom by myself, no problem. But when I got into the call with Paul, it would not show. But you can hear me on the mic, so I know it's connected at a certain level. It just needs something else to click.
Check your Zoom settings, camera settings, to see if it's set to that camera.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I said. It's set to that camera because you can hear me talk.
Yeah.
So it already told me.
Oh, no, that's the microphone settings, though. The camera settings are separate to the microphone settings.
Right, yeah. And I have it set for that. I picked that camera, so there's not a problem with that. It's on the Insta360 X4. There's not a problem. I can switch it back to my Ozbot right now. See?
Yep, you're back.
That's the Ozbot. So I know it's not a problem there. So something in Insta360 that's not letting it do.
Have you turned your 360 camera into webcam mode?
Yes. It automatically goes to webcam mode when I hook the USB cable to it.
What else did it say? On your 360, navigate menu settings, find USB mode or webcam option, enable it. Some 360 models may have detected buttons or modes. Yeah. Then you connect your 360 to USB cable. Camera should automatically restart, and a green light or other indicator will appear to show it's connected. Open Zoom, start a video conference. Go to your video settings, usually found by clicking the video icon. Choose the 360 camera as your source. You may need to change the camera option to see Insta360. You should now see your camera. But I've got a feeling Zoom will only allow you to do it if you're doing it. As
if I'm the host.
Because as long as everyone else has got the same thing, so everybody can.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Could you imagine 100 people on Zoom with a 360 camera?
Yeah, that's what I said when I was testing it. Just myself, it hooked up and I could see myself. But like I said, when I jumped on Paul's, that's when it didn't do it.
Yeah, but I'm thinking if you're not outputting like a 360 video and using it to reframe, that would be.
Yeah, because I say you can go flat view.
Mm-hmm.
And face detection, shooting lens.
If you go flat view and have it track you, that's not going to be anything more than a regular camera, or it shouldn't be.
Well, this is what I have. I got it on it gives you the option 360 view, flat view, then it goes shooting lens, which I got the front one set. Face detection is on. Single lens supports auto zoom to lock on faces. And that's about it. And at the bottom, it tells you switch USB mode and then exit.
Right. Another question. Has any of you looked into the fact there that the camera could be detecting Paul Murray mode and says it's too technical for Paul Murray's channel? Just wondering if that could be an option there somewhere in the menus.
Like I said, now that I exit,
hey Jason,
I can see myself on the camera. I don't know what it's doing. The video's not on this end, but it's gonna come back up.
All right, guys, I gotta go.
All right, Dan. I appreciate you coming in.
That's funny.
Hey, Jason. Good morning,
gentlemen. Good morning. How are y'all?
I like that shirt. I like that shirt you got on there, Jason. That's a pretty nice shirt you got there.
Aloha Friday.
Yeah, Aloha Friday.
I expect everybody to have their Hawaiian shirts on every Friday.
And you know what today is, don't you fellas?
Oh yeah,
that's how we do it at work.
Yeah, it's pizza day.
Pizza
I was
Friday.
thinking I need
today?
to get me. I've got one Hawaiian shirt in my closet. I need to get multiple, so when I just wear that as a uniform whenever I take the dune buggy out.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Yes. That's how you do it, Don.
What's today's day, Lance? I didn't catch that.
Pizza day.
Oh, pizza day.
Yeah.
You know what, Lance? My family is so burnt out on pizza. We are starting to get real picky. My wife is a
Yes.
little Caesars fan. The rest of us is like, get us some Papa John's, somebody else. You know, but my wife is all about. She don't like the cheese. And a lot of other places put a lot of cheese on. She's all about the sauce. I'm like, nah. Jonathan, that's a long time no see.
Yeah, sauce is good for sure. I prefer red sauce. My wife primarily likes the white sauce on the pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
that
red
Alfredo
sauce on the
sauce,
pizza.
I think, is what it is.
Yeah. Like I say, it used to be you can ask for extra sauce. I don't know what the deal is nowadays.
And I think they charge you for extra sauce, don't they?
Yeah.
Tomatoes
Yeah.
are expensive.
Yeah. But like I said,
Just want to point out, you should never go to a pizza shop and ask for the sauce. It's
No,
called
it's cool, like
pizza
Jason.
And then
puree.
the pizzas, the 12-inch pizzas or the 16-inch pizzas are now the size of a 12-inch pizza, right?
Yeah, but you want tomato puree, not tomato sauce.
Yeah.
Why?
After sauce, they will give you ketchup. You want puree.
That's funny. Yeah, growing up, Fridays were pizza day also. Actually,
Yeah,
think
I
about it.
mean, we were like that for a long time, but it's like Fridays kept coming around too fast, man. It's like, did we just have pizza?
Oh God, it's Friday again.
And
Right?
even for us, I mean, we get Chinese maybe once a month. It's
Yeah.
just like sometimes it just gets kind of too routine.
And it's expensive now too.
Oh yeah, we had I almost thought I was getting my account got frauded. It was about a couple of weeks ago. My wife asked me to wanted to order something on Grubhub or something like that, and we went to a local fast food place called Farmer Boys, and I'm looking at the account and I said $74. I'm like, what did you order? And she said, oh, it wasn't just you and me. I got something for the girls too, which is only two. And I said, $74 for 4 people for fast food. I'm like,
For
no,
real.
no.
No more fast food for this family.
I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm like,
Well,
Dre, do you
my
guys
my son and his girlfriend, they go out to eat. They go to like sit down places because if you go through a drive-through fast food joint, it's gonna cost you just as much money. So they go get good food.
Dre,
Yeah.
do you ever use like DoorDash or Instacart or anything like that?
yeah, my daughters are experts at it.
I never
I
have.
do not. I do
I
not.
don't-
I
I
refuse to
don't-
pay the delivery fee.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is, I'm tired of putting apps on my phone that just gives more people opportunity to sell my information out there.
If I'm too lazy
know, I
to go get
actually-
food, I'm not that hungry.
I
Yeah.
actually tried to sign up for, because one of my buddies was getting me to do it, and I was trying to do it. Like I was trying to do Instacart, DoorDash, and all these other ones, and they said that they had enough DoorDashers and enough Instacarters, and then I was like, well, it's kind of like if I did it, it would be a lot of like wear and tear on my vehicle. and I
TJ,
don't-
you got a reputation, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
gotta get a
When a
Segway.
delivery service turns you down, you got a reputation, TJ.
Yeah.
Driving
Get a
for
Segway.
one of these Ubers or DoorDash, you're gonna tear your car up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my whole thing is, I like, even like this morning, I left home early. I said, let me stop by McDonald's and get a couple sausage McGriddles. Okay, I get one for me and one of the guys that's here.
Dude,
And
I
people ask you,
love
are you using an app today? I said, no, I use cash. And they say, oh, let me take your order. I don't like having, because every fast food joint out there wants you to put their app on, and that's where they get you to get the bigger, best deals. Everything from Kentucky Fried Chicken, Church's, McDonald's, Burger King, whoever. Oh, we be using the app today? No. Do you guys take cash still?
Yeah, a lot of people, like when I'm at work, a lot like majority of the people that come in, they very rarely use cash. They'll either use their credit card or they'll do Apple Pay.
Dude, I'm all about cash and carry. Like I say, I don't like having a bunch of apps on my phone that has my personal information, because I say you lose your phone, and I say people lose their phones, and then all of a sudden they get rung up with a bunch of stuff off all the apps, because all that stuff, all your information is tied to that app, and it's already in your phone, and it's already pre-approved.
Right.
And they just go there and say ding, 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 ding. You know.
I will say I used my debit card a lot, and I think that if I would make a trip to the bank and get cash and purchase it with cash, it would make my purchases a lot more deliberate.
That's the purpose. That is
being
the purpose.
so it's a debit card is so easy.
Yeah, I mean, I use my debit card, but I say I have to think about if I have cash, because like I say, we all have that built-in syndrome. I call it empty pocket syndrome. We don't want to be walking around empty pocketed if you have cash. So you think about what you're going to buy if you got cash in your pocket. You think about it more. Do I really want to stop and get this? Do I really want to stop and eat? I'm not really that hungry. I might eat out of convenience or whatever, because I don't want that $20 bill. I'm supposed to keep me eating lunch for the rest of the week to go away in one lunch break.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I call it empty pocket syndrome.
Empty pocket syndrome.
Yeah.
I call it let's eat ramen noodles again for lunch today.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad.
And I can say, Don, the bigger the bills you have in your wallet, the more resistant you are to spend them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll tell you what, my very first deployment, right? My very first deployment in 2000, it was to Spain, and Spain kind of locked us down. They wouldn't let us go anywhere. They're like, all right, cool. According to the MOU, the Memorandum of Understanding, they're like, yeah, you cannot afford to deploy to anything. So we were kind of stuck there in a training mode. Well, as a result of being stuck in Spain, in Rota, what we do every weekend, every night, pretty much, we partied every night. I came back $20,000 in credit card debt in 2000, right? So when I came back to the States, what did I do? I ate ramen noodles pretty much every night and drank water. The guys are like, hey, sir, you're not drinking? It's like, nope, I'm working my way out of debt right now. I had a credit card debt from deployment. But ramen noodles, man, I got good with ramen noodles. Tell you what, because nice and cheap.
You can buy a big bag. Yeah, you can buy a big bag of mixed veggies at Walmart and keep them in the freezer. Get your ramen noodles, throw a few veggies in that, and you're good. Maybe a hard-boiled egg.
Man, I tell you what, there's so many recipes you can do with ramen noodles, man. Like I've only done maybe like 2 or 3 of them. Like we made a breakfast ramen noodle one time, and then we did like lasagna ramen noodle, which was pretty good. And that was pretty much like the only 2 things that we did with ramen. The breakfast one is outstanding. Like you throw what you don't even need like the seasoning. You just throw the seasoning away and then cook the ramen noodles as regular. And then you scramble up some eggs and then throw that in there. And then cook you up some bacon and throw that in there. And then cut you up some green onions and then throw that in there and top it off with sriracha sauce. Oh my God. That is like the best breakfast you'll ever have in your whole entire life.
You know, there is a difference, and I didn't know this until I went to the Asian market, and it wasn't the normal I guess whatever they sold at the exchange of the grocery stores, the top ramen.
Oh
but,
yeah.
You can't even read the ingredients. It's in Korean or Japanese or Chinese ramen noodles. And I was like, why are these so expensive? They were $2 a pack, sometimes $3 a packet. And the guy said they're effectively more of a hearty noodle. And so I got them, and that's all I get now. I get the fancy ramen. I stepped up from the 10 cents per package to the $3 package now.
That's what I do.
There's a difference. There's a difference.
You have to go over to the Asian aisle in the local supermarket here, and I've been doing that for years. And you can get the instead of just getting ramen, they have the udon, which is a little bit more of a chewy noodle. The udon is very good.
Oh, is it the thickness of the noodles? You can tell the difference. Is it like the thickness or whatever?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Now
it's the thickness of the noodle. Yeah, for sure.
And this is the dehydrated stuff. You can also get the fresh ramen noodles, which are still soft, and those are.
Oh. I thought they were all the same, but I guess
That
there's,
makes a
like,
difference too.
different like textures and thickness of ramen or whatever.
Well, yeah. Well, the dehydrated ones, I mean, they have them, they cook them, and then dehydrate them, so they cook fast. But they've already been. You're changing your texture. They get a lot more mushy.
So like I said, that's how I try to control my spending is don't use my ATM card as much. Try to use cash as more often. But a lot of places are making it tough where all they have is just ATM card things there. And I know when I traveled in January, when I went to Georgia in the airport, some of them places wouldn't even take cash. Inside the airport, you had to use your ATM card. They wouldn't take cash. So I thought that was real weird.
Is it me or is Jason being abducted by aliens?
I thought that was his little play toy. He forgot to turn it off.
What? I'm still here. I'm still here. I didn't turn it off yet.
Yeah, but your microphone's making a funny noise. It sounds like someone's trying to beam you up.
Oh, the yeah, you know
Yes.
what? What is that sound? That is a super odd sound. Oh, you know, those are my chillers. I think those are my chillers.
Funny. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's funny. That's pretty good.
Right. I'll set TJ off in the afternoon. I'll catch you all later.
All right, Dave. Take care.
Okay.
Have a good day, my friend.
I am only joking, by the way. I ain't leaving.
That's funny. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out though. I'm gonna go do a walk around with this new camera and play with it some more.
What'd you get, Dre?
I picked up a Insta360 X4. The 5's out now, so I go for the discounts.
Yes, I hear that.
So
With
I
cash,
got
right?
your
With cash.
What kind of nuts you got there, Jason? Let's see what variety of nuts you got.
Not calm.
What's in the box?
Did you guys see the live stream I did yesterday? Yeah, I took apart a motor and transferred the a gear assembly. This is for a door motor at work.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's just the nuts though. We get coffee from nuts.com now.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That's a big box for a small little motor.
Yeah, I just don't want to carry the motor because it's greasy, you know.
Yeah.
Put it in my bag. Because of that too.
That's a big old bag.
Yeah, it's my loadout as well though. So carry everything in this backpack.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Oh man.
Did Dre just leave? Dre left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus
All right,
Christ.
fellas, I'm gonna go ahead and roll out. I'm gonna head inside and get to work. Thanks. Thanks for the show.
All right,
fellas.
Jason,
Catch you later, guys.
Don't work too hard out there.
TJ will be thinking about you.
Right on.
Hey.
I'm gonna call Jason later just to make sure he's not working too hard.
You're gonna call him Jason later. What's it later? What?
I'm gonna call Jason later just to make sure he's not working too hard.
You're gonna call Jason, comma later on.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh well, we gotta watch you all the time, TJ.
I know. That's funny.
Jason later. Hey, how you doing, Jason later?
That's funny. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's funny. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah. That's funny.
You're always welcome here, Jason later.
Jason later. That's funny. Oh goodness. Jason later.
You're gonna have to start calling him that. Hey, Jason later.
Jason later. That's funny.
David, what are you up to today? Anything?
Nothing more.
What time is it over there right now?
3:15.
In the afternoon. 5 hours difference.
Yeah.
Because it's 10:15 here on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Yep.
I always like to.
Nothing
like,
changes.
I never really understood a quarter to half past. I always like to know like the exact like. Right now it's 10:15.
Right, DJ. 1/4 is 15. 1/2 is 30. 1/2 is 45. So it's like 15 minutes past, 30 minutes past, or 15 minutes to.
You can explain it to Jason later.
And TJ, the only yeah. Oh, we lost him. TJ, chill. You ready? There's one time of day. We have one time a day that's different to any other time of day. And that is 10 minutes to 10. We call it cowboy time. Oh, he's actually killed his mic again. Look, he's done. He's the only person I know that can pop his microphone.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. That's funny. Explain it to Jason later. That's funny. That's pretty good.
What time is cowboy time?
Jason later.
Oh, 10 to 10.
That's funny.
DJ, 10 to 10 is cowboy time. 10 to 10 to 10 to 10 to 10 10 to 10 to 10 to 10 to 10.
10. That's funny.
Okay, what I missed while I was working? Catch me up.
DJ had a laugh.
Something about Jason and later, and TJ just popped his microphone again.
That's funny. Oh, me.
Oh, Mark. Mark,
Me.
over there. Jammy Dodgers are 45 pence in Tesco's with your club badge.
I don't think Mark's here.
Dodgers. We don't do Jammy Dodgers here in the U.S.
What the hell is a jammy dogger?
The candy.
It's a biscuit.
It's a biscuit or a cookie. We would call it a cookie.
Yeah. I think you sent David, you and Laura sent Justin like
Justin
a box
them,
of
yeah.
them.
Yeah, Sarah loves them. So we sent
Jammy.
shit. We sent
Jammy
shitloads
Dodgers.
over because we knew that Justin would try and eat them all.
Because he did an unboxing of them on the bus while he was there.
Did he?
Yeah, if you go on his channel,
He passed them around to everybody.
Yes, they're like a shortbread with what is the flavor inside the center?
like a jammy. Thick
Yeah,
jam.
I know it's like a jam, but what is that flavor? Is it strawberry or is it
Maybe like a grape. Is it
We're going to
grape
say
or
a jam because they do strawberry, raspberry, blackberry, banana, vanilla. They do all sorts now.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's just like a sticky jam stuck in the middle of a shortbread cookie.
Yeah, and you get your standard shortbread ones, and now you can get pink ones. So if you're getting a strawberry one, you'll get a pink biscuit wafer biscuit, shortbread biscuit that tastes of strawberry.
Is it still like a shortbread?
Yeah.
Okay.
On the
news
news right now, they did a story that hundreds of drones been sighted over military bases.
That sounds like just a scare tactic.
I don't know. They had a general on the TV.
Well, hundreds of drones over what period of time? Over what geography? Are they talking about hundreds of drones spotted
all
over
our military bases all over the world?
So worldwide,
Yeah.
hundreds. We've got hundreds of military bases over what period of time? Are we talking like the last year? Are we talking about the last 2 years?
Now they're showing pictures of them over top of the bases.
Right, but by them saying hundreds of drones over military bases, you're picturing 100 drones together, like a swarm of drones over a military base.
But year 1924, 2024.
So from 2020, okay, in 2024. So we're talking about individual people flying in military airspace worldwide. So
well, the pictures they're showing are the typical three lights in a triangle. And
it's impossible. It's impossible to put 3 lights anywhere and not have a triangle.
But also, right? Of course, there's going to be hundreds of drones flying over military bases. The military bloody use the darn things.
You know what I might do, David? I might try make up some shortbread and try and make some Jammy Dodgers, homemade Jammy Dodgers.
What would you use to put the stuff inside them?
Jam.
It's you make an indentation after they're baked.
Like,
actually, you might do it before it bakes. That way
you do it before. You put like a little hole in the middle.
Yeah.
And then once they're cooked,
so that way the jam gets dehydrated and gets a little sticky. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what kind of jam you use, does it? You could do strawberry, grape, whatever.
Raspberry.
They use everything over here.
Oh.
Well, you said something about bananas, right? What do you crunch up the bananas and stick them in there?
No, they make a banana pasty jam type substance that.
I wonder. They don't sell Jammy Dodgers in the U.S., do they?
Yes.
Do they?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna look and see.
Sarah buys
where I could find them.
I've never seen Jammy Dodgers here in the U.S.
Well,
I guess there's only like specific stores, like maybe like
Walmart.
They have a supermarket here called Presidente. They might have. I don't know if they probably carry them there.
Your Walmart.
You think Walmart has them?
Justin gets them. Justin definitely said he buys them in Walmart. I'm sure he does.
I will have to go. I will have to take a look. I've never even thought about looking. I wonder if I can look and see if they're at my local Walmart.
Where, like, if they had them at Walmart, where would they be? Like in like the cookie aisle?
Probably with the cookies.
Yeah. Unless you have like a UK range, sort of like, like we in over here have the American shelves.
No, people don't really care about UK snacks.
Well, they do because there's fucking hundreds of people doing reacting to UK foods.
Well, yeah, and it's usually
not really.
No, David. If somebody makes something that Americans like, we take it and claim it as our own. So we don't need a UK section. We just say, "Oh, that's American now."
Yeah, we've noticed that.
Hey, we are a melting pot.
I always wanted to go to one of them damn places. I've never been to one. I think there's like a couple of them here. I've never been inside one or never ate inside one.
Change my location.
Oh, the International Aisle.
There we go. So we'll
There you
add
go.
that. Save that as my address. Good.
Yeah. Donald, Justin just said in the chat they're in the international aisle. And
International aisle.
And Jim said you can buy them on Amazon.
Well, yeah, you can buy them and have them delivered. I just want to know if they're. I'm looking here. I've got it
Oh yeah,
set
Jamie
my local
Dodgers.
store,
Okay.
and they got free shipping, but not in store.
Right, that one on Esty, that's a sticker, so TJ will want that. But it looks nothing like a freaking Jammy Dodger.
Oh wait, I might have one in store. Burton's Jamie Dodgers.
Oh, there's a recipe online for you can make your own.
I doubt it.
Yeah, you can. You can make them. They're not that hard.
Burton's Well, if they have them at Walmart, I don't have to make them.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to see where they're actually made now. They used to be made in Blackpool and Kirkham.
It's just 2 cookies, one with a hole in the middle of it, like a polo mint.
Holy crap, they're expensive on eBay.
A layer of
Damn, $51. Holy shit.
$51.03.
That's 18. Wait, that's what the hell?
Yeah. There's $70. Free shipping. Well, that's big of you.
$70 for a pound packet of biscuits.
Are we sure that's not for a case?
Yeah. And TJ, sorry, Mark, they're 45 pence at the moment in Tesco's on your club card. I know, because I fucking grabbed a load of them this morning. I was like, oh yeah.
I will have to look and see, because I can't see.
They're actually made in South Wales now.
Jammy Dodgers there.
That almost sounds like the name of a baseball team or something.
Day.
Jammy Dodgers again.
Yes, it's not showing a match as far as being.
What are you guys gonna do today? Oh, we're gonna go watch the Jammy Dodgers. I'm gonna watch the Jammy Dodgers.
Oh, they're actually made in Blackpool as well, along with wagon wheels.
Oh yeah, those little orange things you put in the pan and fry them up, and they just kind of like expand a little bit.
No, a wagon wheel is a biscuit covered in chocolate, and on top of the biscuit they have jam, marshmallow, and
they have their own name for it.
Okay, I think I know what y'all are talking about now.
They have their own name for it. We keep talking about that at some point.
Yeah, if they don't have them in my Walmart.
Well, that sucks.
How did we get on the topic of Jammy Dodgers anyway?
I was telling Mark about
David.
being 45 pence.
That's
They just
David.
went off on one.
That's a David deal.
Matt couldn't
Catch you
eat.
later, Jim.
He was in the kitchen
Hey,
making
Jim.
a black pudding, bacon, fried egg, and mushroom sandwich.
Oh, no.
And a proper cup of tea.
Are you tired of chewing on your fingers yet, TJ?
I need to put some damn hot sauce on them damn things. So every time I put it in my mouth, like I'm like, oh, my mouth is burning.
Well, I think I'm going to call it, guys.
All right, catch you later.
Yeah, I want to go.
Time
I think
to-
I'm gonna
time to
get
pack it in?
today, I
Pack
think.
it in, yeah.
Time to pack it in. What you gonna go catch some more ships today, Paul, or what you doing?
I'm keeping an eye on it.
There you go.
Okay, everybody. Hey, thanks for being here. Donald, you behave yourself and don't let David get under your skin, okay?
Me and Dave get along great.
Mark, Lance,
Have a good one.
TJ.